What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a 6 cents 6-sack unboxing, and you've already seen one of these in the past, but this one is special. There's a brand new unreleased bait in this sack that I will show at the very end. I'm saving it for the end because it truly is worth watching till the end. If you guys don't know what the 6 cents 6-sack is, the 6 cents 6-sack is a monthly subscription program that you sign up for on the 6 cents website. I'm going to put a link down there along with my 6 cents 6-sack discount code. If you use the code LUNASUPER6, it's going to save you $10 off your first month. This is truly the best tackle subscription program out on the market, hands down. You're getting awesome quality baits every single month sent to your door, and then also you get unreleased baits, you get unreleased colors, you get all kinds of special perks for being a 6-sack member. One of the other things that I want to make sure that we mention in this video about the 6-sack is that usually the baits that are in these sacks are time specific. So if you're getting one in the spring, you're probably getting baits that are perfect for the spring. Wintertime, probably getting some wintertime baits. Spring, summer, winter, fall, all of that is taken into account along with the colors that they're sending you guys. So I'm gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna bring out the first bait in the sack. And this first bait is the Crush Mini 25X. This is a little guy, little crankbait, little square bill. And this bait is gonna be perfect when they're chasing those bright crawfish down there in that shallow water where you need that small little crankbait to get the job done. We're gonna get right back into it and get the next bait in the sack. And what we have right here is one of my favorites for the summertime, and that's the 6 cents Speed Wake. The 6 cents Speed Wake is a wake bait. You can burn this thing super fast and it will not blow out. That is one of the keys to the Speed Wake. When you have fish chasing top water, they're busting on bait, you got good sized gizzard shad in your lake, this thing will flat out get bit. This bait is super fun to fish as well. I've seen Milliken do some modifications back here where he makes it like a little mini rat, adds a little plastic on the back of it, looks like a little rat. When it's in the water, it goes back and forth just like this. It swims really good. But this Speed Wake is a great one to get in the sack. And in my opinion, this bone reactor color is one of the best colors that you can get in the Speed Wake. I think it just mimics so many different things. We've still got a few more baits to show off from this month's sack, so don't miss out on waiting all the way till the end because we are getting to an unreleased brand new bait that has yet to hit the market. We're gonna get back in there, we're gonna get one more bait out. And what we have right here is the Crush 100X in the black magic color. Everybody's fishing night tournaments in the summertime. Right now, it's August going into September, and a lot of night tournaments going on pretty much everywhere. And everybody that fishes night tournaments knows that black is a key bait to be throwing at night. This black magic color is black and blue on the sides, and then it has that super bright chartreuse on the bottom. I think that this bait is one that you gotta have at the ready when you're fishing those night derbies, you're fishing dirty water, because a lot of times those fish are keying in on those super dark baits. And then with this one, it has a little bit of that flash on there that I think just sets it apart from a lot of the other baits that guys are throwing out there. A lot of guys are throwing big black rats, big black buzz baits, a lot of dark baits out there when you're night fishing. So we got 3 more items in this month's 6-sack. The last 2 go together, so we're gonna bring those out at the same time when I get to that unreleased bait. And what we have right now is the Axis Metal 2.0 in the black and blue craw color. This Axis 2.0 is a very unique bait, but basically this bill right here goes back and forth. It moves back and forth just like that. So when you're fishing this thing, it has the most erratic action of any crankbait style bait that you've ever seen. I don't consider this a square bill. I don't consider it exactly like a crankbait because it does different things than a crankbait does. It has a wake bait type action where it's really going back and forth a lot of action out of it, and it's different than your typical square bill. Even though it has like kind of that square look to it on the bill, it does not act like a square bill when you're fishing it. And as always, 6 cents, put this in there in that black and blue color, which is going to be a great bait for summertime for those night derbies. And this extra action that this bait's going to be putting out can be the difference maker in getting bit on a square bill, on getting bit on a swim bait, or something exactly like this because it's putting off a little bit extra action that somebody else in that tournament is not throwing, most likely. And here we are, the last bait in the sack. There's 2 items in here, and I think it goes together, and I will show you why right now. What we have first is the 6-cent stout wide gap hook in the 5/0 size, and I think there's a specific reason why they gave us these 5/0 hooks in that wide gap size, because we have the brand new 6 cents Panorama bait in a pro blue color. We have a 5-inch and a 6.5-inch. That 6.5-inch is a pretty big bait. These Panoramas do not act like your traditional swim bait would act. It's not going to have that same boot tail action or anything like that. The plastic is very, very small. The sky's the limit with this bait, guys. I really think that this is going to be game changing for a lot of people. I don't use the word game changing a lot, but this little bait right here, the realism in it, the eyes in it, the size of it, what you can do with this bait, I think sets it apart from pretty much anything else. I think it's basically going to be its own category of baits. This Panorama bait is responsible for multiple double-digit bass. This is literally the first ones that I've gotten, so I haven't gotten a chance to fish them yet, but I know Milliken's caught fish on them. I know Josh Jones has caught fish on them, and those guys are big fish smashers. Those guys are catching big fish all over the country all the time. I've heard of people drop shotting this bait, using that 5/0 EWG, rigging it up through the side, so when it's falling down the water, it's going to be looking like a dying bait fish. I've heard of people rigging it on a jig head and popping it off on the bottom. You could work it like you would a normal spoon, throw it out there, let it sink down, and then rip it up off the bottom. There's just, the sky's the limit with what you can do with this bait. So with these Panoramas, there's going to be multiple sizes. This big one right here is a 6.5-inch version, and this smaller one's going to be the 5-inch version. There's going to be, I think, a 9-inch. I think there's a 4-inch, maybe a 3.5. There's going to be a bunch of different sizes, so no matter what the size of the bait fish or what you're trying to imitate, there will be a size for you when this lineup gets fully put out onto the market. If you got big gizzard shad in your lake, then one like this could be a major player in your lake. If you got smaller bait fish like I do, this one and even some of the smaller sizes could be game changing for your lakes. I think depending on what those fish want, you might just need to entice them with the big meal. Other times you might have to finesse them a little bit with these smaller ones. But no matter what, no matter if it's a giant bait fish that you're trying to imitate or something really small, you're gonna have options with the 6 cents Panorama. So those 2 Panoramas that I just showed you are literally the only ones that I have right now, or else I would show you some of these rigging options that I've been seeing other people talk about. The drop shot, I think, is going to be a huge player. I think Texas rigging it through the side is going to be a big player. I don't think rigging it like a normal style swim bait is going to be the key. That bait's just real thick, and I don't think it's going to give you the action that you're looking for out of a normal swim bait. I think there's an option where if you rig it like that with a giant size hook and maybe fish it like you would a soft plastic jerk bait or something like that, it might play doing that. Some of the smaller versions I think might be a player for that as well. But I think that bigger one, that 6.5, and some of those 9-inch ones that I think that are coming to the market, I don't know that you're going to be able to get away with that using those ones. I just think that bait's just going to be a little bit too wide for you to get a hook that's going to actually work for you, and I just don't think you're going to get the action out of that bait, and I just don't think that's what it's designed to do. I'm sure some of you guys that are watching this video have contemplated signing up for the sack and hadn't done it yet, and now you're bummed that you didn't because we got some of these Panoramas in our hands before anybody else. So if you do want to sign up, head over to the 6 Cents Fishing website, 6centsfishing.com. Go to the part of the website where it talks about the 6 Cents Six Sack. Sign up for whatever option best suits your budget, and use my discount code LUNASUPER6 at checkout. Luna10, which is my normal discount code, won't work for the sack. If you're going to sign up for the sack, you've got to use the LUNASUPER6, so that way you can get $10 off your first month. That $10 off makes this something that you should give a shot. Sign up for it. You're going to like it. I like getting mine every single month. If you guys want to see another month where I did an unboxing for the Super 6 sack, click on the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you guys in the next video.